And we're back talking about the EP Nothing Too Strange, and I'm trying real hard to find anything that's interesting about these songs, identify those, and kind of share those with you. Even if there's none, I'll make something up. Yeah, so this song actually is the title track of the EP. It's called Nothing Too Strange. And I was playing with this chord progression that goes something like this. And I was like, you know, this is giving me like really lightweight, nonchalant, and just kind of giving like Britpoppy a little bit vibes. So I was like, yeah, why don't I just kind of make this into like this kind of drum and bass, fast pace, but like whistly, like as there's not a care in the world type of thing. So what I did here, let's take a look. That's kind of what you're hearing here. And it's going with that little chord progression, little kind of fun. It's meant to be like a little fun tune, I guess. And when we kick in, it goes into that kind of whistle, chill, or not chill, but this is basically this kind of idea of yeah, we're all good, not trying too hard for anything. But then I was like, let's do something that is kind of throw a curveball into this here now. And I'm not sure if this is very easy to kind of hear or something, but we really changed the qualities of these chords. So originally we started with, and then went. And now we are actually, when we start the chord progression, we start with a much sadder and then go. So it's really the same chords, at least the first two are almost the same, just kind of switched to a very different kind of tonal quality of being super happy. Now all of a sudden it's kind of like a bit of melancholy in there. And the moment the melancholy comes in, I was like, let's change the lead melody from the idea of, where is the lead here, from the whistle kind of thing. And now let's go with something that is like a much more melancholic, like 80s type of lead. Yeah, and so I was like, this is kind of interesting. And here is, I started just playing with the chords a little more, and then all of a sudden I had this arrive to this place which feels like asking a question, like, and I'm not even sure like how I got here, but it's. So yeah, here's where I think the idea of Nothing Too Strange started to kind of materialize and take shape, because I think the idea behind this track for me is, I don't think there has been a time in human history where the unpredictability was to this level where we have it today. Like we're on the brink of shit going down. Like everything is already so kind of pushed to the edge, and it's like you never know what's next. Like everyone seems to be just rolling with the punches as much as they can, and that's kind of like I was getting that sense of like resemblance of, I think, our day-to-day, and I feel like it's a collective thing. I feel like this is shared across the entire globe, probably most of the globe. I probably would, that's just my hunch, that you just never know what's next. And it could be like complete annihilation by AI, the next day, or any other thing, And so when I was like kind of working on this, and I was like, let's lean into that a little more. Let's kind of try to throw another curveball and kind of come up with another interesting kind of spot here. So when we go from here. It's like I'm not sure how we got here, and it's like a question that I'm kind of asking here, and I'm not sure what that even is. It's like a dream, like a weird kind of something, and then we hit back. And it's kind of a different lead, kind of, and it reminded me of birds, like chattering. And so I added some bird sounds as well. Like it feels like we're in the trees somewhere from above, like looking down on something, and then all of a sudden we go kind of down to the more melancholic little something again. Anyway, and then this here is going to be the part where I'm like, I have no idea what's kind of going on. And we have the chord progression here as well, by the way. We're arriving here at the B section here. So this is previous, oh geez, let me undo that. Okay, so yeah, so here, this is our kind of breakdown in the first round, but here we have this still playing, so it's not we don't kind of start emptying everything out, but we do have a breakdown, which is here. And I'm like, no idea what's happening. This is kind of like a very cheesy, to me, like very Disney, very two-dimensional music that I don't like, but I like in the context here, because it's just so confusing. And then we kind of get back to the original weird kind of little Brit poppy something, very happy, very major. And here we're entirely, I think, in the minor territory. By the way, here at the, it's something like a acid trip where all of a sudden you're like you just somehow end up in this world of bunny rabbit Disney bullshit, and you kind of believe it for a second. And then you went like, wait, this is kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, it was weird. Anyway, and so that's pretty much the idea behind this track. I'm not sure how strong a track this is in a sense of like from the perspective of like, sometimes I listen to this track and I'm like, it just asks me more questions than it answers, I feel like. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing. I guess what I'm doing a lot of the times these days is just experimenting and playing with these things, and whatever comes out it's just an experiment. And I really enjoy this track. I really love this track, and I think that it communicates something that I think that a lot of people are going through. And that is the level of uncertainty and the every other day there's a, yeah, I guess that's a normal now. That's the new norm. That's I guess I'll just put it in the bag as one of the things that I kind of something. You know what I mean? So yeah, and Nothing Too Strange, the title came from that kind of perspective of like, I guess today nothing is strange anymore. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and maybe see you in the next one.